I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today, we are watching Season 1, Episode 5 of Death Note. I know there aren't really seasons, or there are, but I don't know. We're watching Episode 5 of Death Note. I'm hyped. Are you?
Let's get into it. We were left with such a big bang at the end of last episode with the bus. I need to see if he kills the FBI agent right away. I need to know.
He has to at some point, right? It's just a
sure,
matter of when.
that's the whole point of getting the guy's name.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably what he was going to do with it. Honestly, that'll be his first person he kills that isn't a criminal other than attempting to kill L as Lindell Tiller.
It'll be the first time he kills somebody to protect his identity, right?
Yeah.
That is nuts.
That's a big step from, like, having the, like, righteousness of killing criminals to starting to kill anyone who gets in your way. And I'm ready
What justice is that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I get the whole, like, justice to keep his, like...
He's protecting himself so he can keep enacting his own form of justice. So I get it, but also, like, that then messes with the lines of morality even more in him. And I'm just ready to see. I don't want him to kill the guy that's tailing him, but I feel like it's definitely going to happen, and I want to see if it's going to happen.
Me too. Can you imagine, like, seeing Ryuk in real life, like, just randomly appear?
I would probably be screaming and freaking out and running off that bus just like the criminal did.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to get into it. You?
Yeah.
Sweet. Do you think Light's hair is going to turn, like, red by the end of the series? I know it's just imagery, but...
When are we going to meet the girl?
That's what I was about to say.
And also, like, is this a girlfriend? Is he actually going to be nice to her? Or is he just going to be, like, using her? Because in that shot, it doesn't show his eyes.
What if she's also, like, a genius?
Or she also has a death note. I don't think so. I think Light's death note is the only death note that's been dropped into the human world.
In a while. Alright, I'm ready to see the aftermath. I want to see if Light's father's on the scene. I want to see...
I feel bad for the guy that hit him with the car. Like,
it's devastating.
He obviously didn't want to kill someone with his car, and he's gonna blame himself.
I came to Japan as part of a secret investigation, so the local police can't find out that
I promise I won't tell anyone that I met you, and of course, that includes my father. It's just as I thought. Anyway, I don't want the...
Now he knows that the FBI aren't coordinating with the police, right?
If my father ever found out, there's no doubt he'd let Elle know.
So is he gonna not kill the guy because the guy isn't suspicious of him anymore?
We did, like, touch on if he did kill the guy, it would kind of...
that be more suspicious, possibly?
Yeah.
Oh, the girl from the intro. A different girl from the intro.
Hey, welcome back.
FBI agent's wife?
Ray, what's the matter?
Yeah, it is.
Was that his body dead in her arms in the intro?
The bus I was on got hijacked.
I hope not.
A bus jacking? Did he die?
Yeah, probably.
Huh.
It's a little hard to believe that was all a coincidence, don't you?
Who is this?
She's smart.
Think about it. You got on that bus because you were investigating someone, right? Doesn't that suggest that you...
That's enough. Look, darling, you and I know you used to be one of the best agents in the FBI.
Wow.
Now you're my fiance. You're not an agent anymore, so just leave it alone.
What happened to make her not an agent anymore? Did she willingly...
Did she have to leave because she decided to marry a fellow agent?
Anyway, once we have a few kids running around, you'll probably be so busy you'll forget you were ever an agent.
She doesn't want to forget.
More importantly, tell me how I can convince your dad I'm worthy of his daughter. Kira doesn't scare me half as much as he does.
Relatable, like, joke about
I feel like he is gonna kill the FBI agent, and then the fiance is going to be after him.
Yeah.
If he dies
Good
after meeting me, I'll only
prognostication.
draw
A
attention
week
to
from
myself.
today, he's gonna kill
I'll write
him.
his name in here once I've given them time to investigate more people with ties to the police.
Why does he not write it now for a week ahead? If you write somebody's name in the death note, can you take it out? Can you erase it or cross it out?
Can you erase it?
Gods
Shinigami's.
of death. Elle, do you know? Gods notes of death. Kira may use other suicide notes to communicate with us.
God, I love this show, man.
Let's just say you're about to see the results of all the research and experiments I've been
I
doing.
like
Oh,
seeing him in
man.
casual clothes
Me
like
too.
that.
Been using known criminals who live in this part of town to test out different killing methods, and I've learned a lot about the Death Note. For example, if I write a cause of death and the circumstances leading up to it, I can add a name afterwards, and it'll still happen.
Huh.
Even I didn't know that one.
Something Ryuk didn't know. Oh my
Interesting.
gosh.
Right on time.
Did the FBI agent just not notice him?
Mr. Ray Penber, Kira.
What?
I
What?
hesitate to kill you here,
It couldn't be.
What?
but first I'm gonna prove to you that I'm Kira.
Don't do it.
Oh my god.
Choice but to kill him. I figured if I didn't kill at least one person, you wouldn't believe me. Though that man has been repeatedly charged with sexual assault, he's managed to avoid conviction every time.
What? What's Light's play here?
I can't kill someone who I haven't seen. I have to know their face, which means, of course, I could easily...
Including Ray himself.
Imagine how you'd feel if one of them was killed just because you refused to cooperate.
How do you know about her?
You seem surprised. I've been investigating you.
He has access to all the police records, right?
I see you've got your laptop with you. I want the files containing the identities of all the FBI agents who came to Japan. All right, then take this envelope.
He's thought through absolutely everything.
Receiver out of the envelope, then put the earpiece in and await my instructions.
Light is so smart, dude.
I'll be close by at all times, which means I'll be watching your every move.
What's he gonna have him do?
He's trying to get the files, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have them on his computer.
How many FBI agents are currently in Japan?
I believe it's 4 teams. 3 agents per team for a total of 12.
Okay, now take the papers out of the envelope.
What is this?
I want you to write down the name of your superior, the one who's heading up this investigation, in the space at the very top of the page. Take out your laptop and turn it on. Any minute now, your boss is going to send you a message with a file attachment. It contains the names and photos of all the FBI agents currently active in Japan. Now, one by one, you're going to look at each photo and then write that agent's name in the space provided.
Is he gonna have the guy kill all of them?
Is he writing on the Death Note right now?
Why on earth can't I remember who it belonged?
He's gonna realize too late that his fiance was right. Dang.
Kira,
This is tense.
who are you?
Did he just realize it?
Did
Or
he
is
just
dead?
die? No, Ray.
Is he gonna see it right before he dies?
Like Yagami.
Wow.
Ray Penber wrote all of those names on pages taken from the Death Note.
This is so messed up. Light is a genius, bro.
And I hate it. But now the fiance, who obviously knew it was Light from like as soon as she was hearing about the bus jacking. So obviously she's gonna be a tough customer to deal with.
Yeah.
It's already decided. We're calling off our investigation.
Wow. Nobody's gonna want to work with him.
So how do you explain this? Are we now suspects in our own investigation?
Well, obviously, yes.
Hear that? Well, I knew all along we couldn't trust that guy.
Wow.
Importantly, Kira killed those FBI agents.
Who would want to work on the case?
Do you know...
The Muffin Man.
love apples?
Oh, that was the end of the message? Great.
I don't want you to be alarmed. I'm sure you've heard of this Kira investigation. Well, I'm currently in charge of it. What I'm saying is there's a chance that Kira will actually try to kill anyone who comes after him.
Dad, you should quit too. I don't want you to die. What if he gets you?
I will not sit back and let evil triumph.
I think it's honorable of you, Dad. I'm proud to be able to call you my father. And if anything should ever happen to you, I'm going to find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
I feel so weird about that whole conversation. Don't you?
Yeah, Light is an
Like,
insane character, though.
does he not like his dad? Like, would he be fine to kill his dad?
I don't think so.
If anyone wants to leave this investigation, now is the time.
He's giving them the option. This song.
I remember him because he told us to get down, but I don't really remember any of the other passengers.
It's a bit of a long shot, but if what I'm thinking is right, Kira could have been one of the passengers on the bus that day.
Yeah. It's just finding out who the passengers are.
Only a handful stayed.
Watari's in the back, right?
El just said that he's decided to trust us now. But honestly, what reason do we have to trust him?
Good point. Honestly.
Elle, if all of us are going to work together on this investigation, could you come here so we can all meet in person?
The thought had already crossed my mind. After all, I did say that I trusted all of you.
What does that mean?
Why is he seeking our help now? There's only 6 of us. He's solved all these difficult cases by himself in the past, so what makes this one so different?
Because it's magic! Like, that's why it's so difficult. There's a literal death note.
From the beginning, he's been very upfront about the fact that he would need the help of the police on this case. Perhaps we should think of it like he's been waiting for this to happen all along.
In other words, he was waiting for the task force to get narrowed down to only those investigators he could trust. And to do that, he needed to weed out anyone who wasn't totally committed.
I love anime exposition.
I'm staying in a suite at the Tato Hotel at the moment, but I'll be switching hotels every few days from this point on.
We didn't know he was at a hotel.
No.
It looked like he was in like a padded room or something hidden.
It seems we're getting closer to each other in equal steps. It's only a matter of time before we collide. I'll make my first public appearance as Elle. If you ever manage to find out about these secret meetings, I'm sure you'd feel compelled to move in. That's what I'm counting on.
Both of them are like playing this massive game of chess right now. It's so cool.
Please, let yourselves in.
Alright, that was episode 5 of Death Note. Wow, a lot happened that episode.
Episode 5, yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, so Ray, my man,
Ray Penber,
died.
Yeah.
He, before dying, at least you could say he wrote on the Death Note. He could have seen Ryuk, if I understand correctly. I don't know if he was touching the actual page, but yeah, if Ryuk was around, he probably could have seen him.
But he used him to kill the rest of the FBI agents and his like superior, his supervisor. Wild.
I have respect for Light, and I respect his pursuit of justice. I don't necessarily agree with that 100%, but I respect it. It's hard for me to get behind unknowingly forcing somebody else to kill other people.
Yeah, I kind of like preferred it when he was just killing everyone, but then now this is like whole new territory of getting someone else, like controlling someone else into, well, obviously in this way, the guy didn't know he was doing it, but could he control someone to kill someone else before they kill themselves? You know, in one of those like suicides?
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I have more of a problem with that.
That being said, amazing character.
Amazing.
That was insane. That was awesome.
There have been some comments lately about how I've been underestimating Light, and this episode kind of helped me realize that maybe I should give him more credit. He's obviously thinking a lot more less like a child way of thought, and obviously he is really maybe like really up there with Elle, like they're really going back and forth. When really I was thinking Elle was just going to keep being ahead of him. But it seems like both of them are surprising each other. Apologies for the cat bell. That is one of our cats.
So I really respect the whole method of Light's madness and his intellect, I think it's harder on L, like, to win in this case. He has to outsmart and outthink Light while operating in, like, the restrictions of law. And Light does not have to worry about that, obviously. So that gives him a little bit of an advantage.
That, and he's having to operate with now trying to realize how Kira can even be doing this. Like, it's not like he's doing it by means that are normal to this universe. Like, L doesn't know what else Kira will be able to or capable of doing to people without showing his face and doing those actions himself.
Yeah.
So, like, that's even, like, he's so far behind and even guessing. He can maybe guess that Light is going to make a move, that Kira is going to make a move, but he can't guess how it's going to be done and at what time it's going to be done. That's near impossible because you're dealing with literal, like, Shinigami magic.
Yeah. I will say, I think Light dunking on L so hard, saying, like, oh yeah, Shinigami like apples, and just dunking on him completely is gonna come back to hurt him. It is going to end up
totally instigating.
Yes, but it's also unknowingly giving potential information to L. Obviously, L could just be like, oh well, this is nothing, you know. But it's a breadcrumb. It's there that Shinigami could exist, and that he knows that he likes apples.
That's a good point. Do you think that that L could possibly study Shinigami? Like, are there articles possibly, like, deep in the internet about Death Note's existing and about Shinigami and what the rules are?
I don't know even about the rules, but I think there has to be some sort of lore if they've existed before, whether that's, like, still around.
So now you're, like, basically giving him the name of, like, how you're even capable of doing this. Obviously, that's, like, far-fetched that he would grasp onto that, and, like, if there would even be any articles that would be of any help or lore that would be of any help.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if the thing that does it is, like, he's looking through these articles, he's like, oh, I don't know if it's, like, if I can trust this, and it's like, Shinigami, known to like apples. Like, I will lose my mind.
Oh, yeah, that would be crazy. Can we talk about the dinner table conversation with Light's dad?
It was
that
weird.
Was very uncomfortable. That was weird. Like,
it was meant to be, I'm sure.
I was obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I don't know Light well enough to know if he has, like, past beef with his dad, if he's unwilling to take his dad down to continue this process. Like, is he really willing to eliminate anyone that gets in his way, even if they are people in his life? Someone that gave him life, you know, disagreeing with him? I don't know if he's capable of that or if he even plans to. Has he even wondered to himself if he would kill his dad? Because his dad's not leaving the case. His dad's, like, in charge of the case. Like, it's not like his dad's going to walk away from it and he's not going to be a burden anymore to Light continuing this process that he's in of justice.
I think he could either be a little bit too cocky, thinking that it will never get to me having to make a choice like that, or he definitely thinks, keyword, I think that he might think he would be willing to do it for his greater sense of justice. I don't know if he'd actually go through with it when it came down to it, but I think that he thinks he would, potentially.
Well, I wonder if he is hoping that he scares his dad away enough. Because maybe he's going to try to kill every person on the team under his dad.
Yeah.
And maybe finally his dad will just step away. No! His dad, they brought up him stepping away from the case, his sister and the mom. Mm-hmm. And Light was like, Dad, I find you so admirable. And I was like... You want him to die,
if
right?
If you die, I'll catch Kira.
I'll catch Kira. Like, that didn't seem like a loving son that doesn't want his dad to die. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that scene. Because I don't know what Light is thinking in his head. So...
Yo, Have we seen Light erase or cross out a name in the Death Note?
No, but you brought that up during the episode. Is that possible? I mean, he's writing... You could write in pencil, and supposedly right before the person dies, you should be able to erase it.
Maybe.
Maybe that's one of those things that Ryuk's gonna be like, oh, I forgot to tell you. You could do that, you know?
I don't know. I'm gonna be upset if they've mentioned it before and I just am forgetting, but it feels like something that they haven't touched on that they would.
I feel like it would, in my mind, the situation would be that he chooses to kill someone and then regrets it, and it's too late, and it won't let him get rid of it,
like
or
he
it kills
realizes
the person anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel like he'd have to learn that the hard way. I don't think he could just... I feel like that would be a more compelling addition to the story if he has that, like, hard hit of, like, possibly regretting a decision he has made within the Death Note.
Yeah.
That would probably be really big for his character. But dang.
Ray's wife.
She is...
Fiance.
I am so excited that we got to meet her. Every time we watched the intro, I was like, I have no clue who these people are. But now it makes so much sense. I don't know how I didn't realize that was the detective the FBI agent laying in her lap before, like from the last episode when we really met him. But she knew. Like, she was like, why does this not make you more suspicious of the people that were on the bus? Like, were on this bus. You are one of 12 FBI agents investigating Kira. Like, that's freaking suspicious. And he was like, you're just gonna be a mom and raise kids. You're not an agent anymore.
Is it her, like, I guess, wild theories, even though we know this one's right, is it her wild theories that got her kicked out of the FBI? Did she retire to become more of a mother?
I feel like it was more of an HR situation where, like, if you start dating within the workplace, one of you has to quit. I feel like that probably was it. But, you know, maybe she does want to be a mother and did want to leave work so that she could have a family with Ray. Maybe that was the case. Maybe it was all fully her decision, or maybe their relationship made it so she had to make a decision where she had to quit a job that she really loved, and obviously she's good at, because she figured out something before Ray did. Obviously Ray was too late in figuring it out.
Do you think when Ray saw Light, he was like, fuck, I should have listened to my fiance?
Yeah, he was probably like, oh, should have listened to her. I'm sure he thought that. But also, I wonder if one of his last thoughts was probably like, did I do enough to save her? Yeah. Is Kira gonna hold his word that he's not going to kill her because now I gave him all of this information? But obviously now she's now trying to figure out who Kira is.
Light played
That's
that
not
so
a
smart.
promise or any type of situation that Light is going to not kill her if she's getting in his way. So.
I don't think Ray could have seen Ryuk, because it's if you touch the Death Note. I don't think writing in it constitutes as touching it. The page was in what looked like an envelope with little sheets that were removed to write somebody's name in. I don't think he would be able to see Ryuk.
Because he wasn't directly touching the actual paper.
Yeah. That's crazy that you can just get somebody else writing it like that. Ugh.
Wow.
All right, that's it for me. You?
Yeah, that's all I had to say. That episode was wild. I'm really getting into this show.
Me too. I just want to sit down one day and just binge the whole thing.
Yeah, I wish we could binge it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.